Greetings, Centennial State, and welcome to the Colorado Report. I'm Dave Rex. Twice a week, we bring you select headlines and side stories from the Rocky Mountain State. Thank you for joining us. We'll be following our last episode with two more traffic stories, and our third isn't a good thing, but a little funny. First up, a very painful story to hear from the Colorado Springs Gazette, published December 27th, 2018, and updated on the 28th. A Colorado Springs man was sentenced to 18 years in prison last week for the death of his 4-year-old son in a drunken driving crash earlier this year. The 18th Judicial District Attorney's Office said Thursday in a news release. Christopher Small, 31, pled guilty in October to vehicular homicide DUI in a February 1 vehicle crash in which his son, Luca, died. His plea agreement called for a sentencing range of 12 to 20 years. Quote, "My baby did not die. He was killed." Luca's mother, Ashley Whitmore, told the court in a victim impact statement during sentencing. Luca, quote, "laid in the snow with a broken neck, a swollen brain, and a stopped heart." Small drank 2 shots of Fireball whiskey and other alcohol after finishing work in Lyman on February 20th, the DA's office wrote. He picked up his son Luca from a daycare in Woodland Park and, quote, "for some reason, he was driving on Colorado 67 to pick up his daughter at a Woodland Park school. He lost control of his car on a curve while driving 75 miles per hour in a 50 mile per hour zone. Luca was in a car seat in the back. Small's blood alcohol content was 0.098 4 hours after the crash. He would have tested at a minimum of 0.19 at the time of the wreck, the DA's office said. He also tested positive for THC, the main psychoactive chemical in marijuana. Quote, "To this court, what is most devastating is he made a decision to consume alcohol and get behind the wheel of a car and consciously made a decision to alter previously set plans and go and pick up his children. What is even more horrifying is that it could have been worse. He was on his way to pick up his daughter." Douglas County District Judge Shay Whitaker said. Small also was arrested on a DUI charge in November while he was out on bond, the DA's office release said. A judge called for the maximum sentence in a sentencing argument. Quote, "A father is a provider and a protector. The defendant was the exact opposite of that on February 20th. Killing his own son wasn't enough to stop him." The next story is a bit of an announcement from the Colorado Springs Gazette, published December 29th, 2018. The Colorado State Patrol and police around the state are cracking down on drunken driving as the year draws to a close. The Colorado Department of Transportation says saturation patrols and extra law enforcement officers will be on duty Friday through Wednesday, with more than 100 agencies participating. Colorado Springs Police will ramp up enforcement Friday evening through Tuesday morning. Quote, "We would like to go through this entire holiday season without one DUI arrest. We are looking for voluntary compliance with the law, especially given that we've had too many fatalities in the city and the county," said Colorado Springs Police spokesman Lieutenant Howard Black. Last year, 357 impaired drivers were arrested during the 5-day period around New Year's in Colorado. The increased enforcement comes as the head of the State Patrol is urging drivers to be more careful throughout the year. As of Thursday, 600 people had died in the state's roads in 2018, including 9 in less than 72 hours. In a video posted on social media, Colonel Matthew Packard blamed selfish driving, from impairment to not paying attention, for the latest deaths. Finally, a Christmas Day flight nightmare. For this story, I turn it over to Fox 31 Denver, published December 28th, 2018.
A quick 2-hour flight from Dallas to Denver.
It was great. Christmas morning, opened up presents, we had fun, had breakfast.
But at 1:30 Central Time, the happy holiday begins to unravel.
They said, we're having a maintenance issue. One of the doors isn't sealing. We're going to get it fixed.
Ariel Alvarado Pond was on Frontier Flight 129 with her husband and 7-year-old daughter. After a 30-minute delay to inspect the door, the plane takes off. But that's when things go from bad to worse.
Everyone's getting a headache. The babies behind us and in front of us are all screaming bloody murder. And my daughter's just telling me my ears aren't popping. And I feel like my head is just this soda can, just being crushed.
The plane isn't pressurizing.
Frontier 129, yeah, we're going to have to return to DFW.
Flight 129 circles DFW several times at low altitude, trying to burn fuel.
Frontier 129, if you need to say lower, just advise.
Yeah, lower would rather, stay 5,000 or below if possible.
This is a map of its flight path.
You could hear people vomiting at the front of the plane, and it was horrid.
The plane finally lands back at DFW, where passengers are told a new one will arrive at 11:45. But that plane arrives an hour late. And then another twist.
The pilot announces, sorry guys, this plane needs oil.
The plane has a leak. Passengers get off that plane, told to board another at 2 a.m. That flight finally arrives in Denver at 3:35 Mountain Time, 17 and a half hours after Ariel and her family arrived at the airport in Dallas.
I spent my entire Christmas at the airport. Oh, I am never flying Frontier again. That was horrid.
And the icing on the cake, passengers were told there would be hotel vouchers waiting for them in Denver. After hours of standing in line waiting for those vouchers, they were never received. Frontier did release this statement to problem solvers, reading in part, passengers were given $100 travel vouchers and provided with meals. We understand that unexpected delays are frustrating. Kagan Harsha, Fox 31.
Before we leave this Sunday edition, we have an obituary to read. We like to add these names to the archives of this show so their name continues to live in some form. Some obituaries are short and barely feel like a person was there, which is all the more reason to read it here. Agnes Marie Lunsford of Grand Junction, Colorado. Agnes Lunsford passed away on December 23rd, 2018. Agnes was born September 25th, 1933. Agnes was 85 when she passed. And that's it for this Sunday edition of the Colorado Report. You can check out links and show notes for this and all episodes at thecoloradoreport.com. You can send your emails to coloradoreport@gmail.com. You can tweet me. The handle is @thecoreport. And don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much for listening. I'll talk to you soon.